Today on Performance TV, we check out a cool way to keep your engine running, a way to customize your hog, and much more.
Welcome to Performance TV. A car's cooling system is absolutely vital. It doesn't matter how much performance you get out of the engine if you just burn it up. We've got Mike Torval from Evans Waterless Coolant, who's going to help us out on our 65 Stang that we've already juiced up with some great products from Rock Auto. Now the cooling system can help us with the engine. Mike, why is the waterless coolant a better product?
Evans Waterless Coolant is a better product because of the fact that it doesn't contain water. Now, water's been used for a long time, almost 100 years, for good reasons. Water transfers heat better than any other liquid, but it has its challenges and it has its limitations. For example, water must remain a liquid to do its job of transferring heat. Water vapor doesn't do a very good job of transferring heat. Evans coolant won't boil until 375 degrees. That's quite a bit higher than water-based coolant, isn't it?
Yeah, what's the process of removing the water-based coolant and putting in the Evans?
Okay, first you want to make sure you get all the water out, all the old coolant out. And you have to do a pretty thorough job of doing that because, again, being that we're waterless, we want to stay that way. So you want to get the old stuff out to not compromise the benefits of Evans Waterless Coolant.
Now, we have already done the couple of prep processes. We drained the old coolant and we put in the prep. This is what the prep looks like going in, and this is what the prep looked like coming out. There's a big difference.
That just demonstrates the need to use the prep fluid because you've got that residual coolant that remains in those crevices and hard to get at areas. So you want to do a thorough job of blowing the old coolant out, then using prep fluid and running that through to thoroughly mix in with the old coolant and then draining that out.
Now, this is good for high performance systems, it's good for cars, but you guys can also do motorcycles, ATVs, off-road vehicles.
Oh, you're right. We're not just for cars, but in those extreme environments where you have Jeeps, ATVs, motorcycles that get caked with mud, the radiators aren't able to do their job, this is where Evans really excels in its performance.
Let's put some in our 65 Mustang, cool looking little ride, and we want it to be as cool on the highway as it is in people's minds, and you're just loading it in right there, and getting all the water out is vital.
Exactly, and as we said earlier, you know, Evans doesn't boil, it doesn't form vapor, it doesn't build pressure, so it won't boil out. Evans stays a liquid, so you always have liquid to metal contact. That's important because you maintain efficient heat transfer even at those high temperatures.
All right, we're going to continue filling up that radiator and fire up the Mustang, and while we finish doing that, why don't you check out this?
Getting the parts that you need at incredible savings sounds like a really good deal to me, and you can do that at rockauto.com. Tom, you guys have a pretty special section on your website.
Yeah, wholesaler closeouts are something unique to Rock Auto. Let's say two big auto parts chains merge together and they want to reduce the number of brands they carry of filters or belts or something. They'll sell off those parts, and those become our wholesaler closeouts.
Now, is there a special place that we need to go at rockauto.com to find these parts?
You'll find wholesaler closeouts mixed in with our regular inventory of parts, but if you want to see a big list of all the wholesaler closeouts available for your vehicle, you just click on the RSS icon next to your engine size, and then click HTML, and it pulls up a list of all the wholesaler closeouts for your vehicle. And there's the most wholesaler closeouts for vehicles that are like around 10 years old. You can really get some great deals, and that's when cars usually need the most parts, is
right around the 10-year mark. Oh, absolutely. And if you're keeping your car, you know, for a very long time, you definitely want to check out all of these great deals, save some money, keep that car on the road, and you can do it all with rockauto.com.
We're back with Mike from Evans Waterless Coolant. We fired up the Mustang, it's all topped off, and you're about to show us something we wouldn't normally do.
That's right. You wouldn't normally take a radiator cap off when the car is running, but with Evans, it's under such lower pressure, you can take the cap off without worrying about the loss of coolant and the boil out. So we're just going to remove the cap right now, and as you can see, we didn't have any coolant come expelling up.
No steam, no pressure. That's got to be so much better for the whole system.
Oh, it's a lot less stress on the cooling system components. Your hoses, seals, gaskets are under a lot less stress and will last a lot longer.
And no water means no corrosion.
No corrosion, no electrolysis, your radiator, your cooling system metals won't be under that degradation that happens over time. And that's bad because it happens from the inside out. And your metals start to degrade over time when you don't know it.
And that higher boiling point means you're better out on the hot highways.
Oh, absolutely. You can prevent boil over, again, without any vapor and pressure buildup. You're not going to have that loss of coolant, because when you don't have the ram air to help cool the engine, the coolant's working harder, and it has a tendency to boil out. You won't have that with Evans.
And not just for cars, motorcycles, ATVs, anything performance that you want to keep cool.
Yeah, with ATVs and motorcycles, when you have muddy conditions, harsh environments, where the coolant, the radiator gets blocked up with mud, that's where Evans really excels in its performance.
Well, a great addition to our Mustang, going to keep it cool in the summertime and make sure that it is not corroding from the inside out. I think it is great. For more information, go to the website, check them out. It is super cool, literally, and we'll be back with more Performance TV.
Performance TV is being brought to you by Z-Max, the one product for your engine, transmission, and fuel system. Saw Blade, quality American-made, weld-to-order bandsaw blades. Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radios since 1977. And by MRT Performance, for performance car parts and servicing.
Welcome back to Performance TV. Donnie, you've been here like all of 5 minutes. Holy cow, you're already cleaning. What's going on?
Cleaning the door.
What are we cleaning with?
Spray 9 multi-purpose cleaner, degreaser, disinfectant.
Now wait a minute, it's like a triple threat, isn't it?
Triple threat. So think about your workshop, keeping your door clean between the shop and your lunchroom, between your shop and the house. You know, that door gets greasy, grimy, fingerprints all over the place. You want clean, disinfect, Spray 9 does a job.
Okay, so I see we're using it on a painted door, and it's, it's taking stuff right off. What about, some of our tools? We like to keep our vehicles clean. What about keeping those clean as well, Donnie?
So for us, you want to keep the car clean, obviously, but you also want to keep the equipment clean. And so, Spray 9 does a great job at cleaning, degreasing, and degriming your tools and equipment around the shop.
Okay, so using on our tools, and obviously, something like this has had a lot of oil thrown at it, so it's going to eventually pick up dirt, which turns into grime. And I know that Spray 9 can take care of that.
We can definitely take care of the grime. It has a lower pH, so it can be used on not just metal surfaces, but plastic and vinyl.
Yeah, and I don't notice any, harsh smell. Obviously, you're not wearing gloves.
Yeah. We do recommend gloves from a regulatory standpoint, but at the same token, you don't have to.
Okay. We talked about the disinfectant properties of the Spray 9 product, and tools definitely get grimy. They definitely have a lot of people sharing them, especially in shops. What a great thing to use Spray 9 on.
Right. So we definitely highly recommend keeping, like I said earlier, keeping your equipment clean. So something, a tool with a rubber handle, for example, you can use it on the metal, but you can also use it on the rubber itself to just clean and maintenance it once a year. Think of it like spring cleaning.
Oh yeah, like I said, you spend a lot of money on your tools. You want to keep them nice. You mind if I borrow that?
Enjoy.
That, okay. So speaking of the disinfectant part, how long, is there a certain amount of time that you need to leave the Spray 9 product on for the disinfectant part to really work?
For disinfecting, ours require 45 seconds, which is a great amount of time compared to competition.
Okay. You know what? To be able to do all of that with just one product is a pretty cool thing. And not just for our indoor stuff that we've seen here. What about RVs and so much more? We're going to check out more of what Spray 9 can do. But first, you check this out.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's EvapoRust question and answer session. Our first question is from Shane. I was wondering if I could use Thermocure with antifreeze and water mix so I can use it in colder temperatures. Will I still get the desired effects?
That's not a good idea, Shane. Thermocure will protect your car from overheating because it has a lot of water in it, but it does not protect against freezing. It will remove all the rust out of your cooling system while your car's running, and that'll keep it hot. But if you leave it in the car overnight and it gets below 32, you could get a cracked block. So let's not do that.
Our next one's from Chad. I have a gas tank from my '88 Fiero. The car has been stored for 20 years. Can I use Evaporust to clean the rust?
88 Fiero, I remember those. My uncle had one, it was great. I would take the gas out before I used Evaporust in a gas tank. Evaporust is water-based, gas is obviously oil-based. It's just not a good mix. Plus you're going to get gas and crud in your Evaporust, and you're only going to be able to use it once. So get the gas out safely, get it out, let it dry, and then drop the Evaporust in, let it sit. It'll clean the gas tank up, drain that out, rinse it with water. And what I always tell people is once you rinse your gas tank with water, because it's so small, it's hard to dry through a tiny little hole, I always rinse that out with rubbing alcohol or something that'll absorb that water. And then you can run that with gas afterwards, and you'll get great results.
Excellent. If you have any other questions, please visit our website.
Well, you know what? Spray 9, you can do so many different things with it, not only underneath the hood with the metals and the plastics, but Donnie, we can even take the Spray 9 to the interior of the vehicle and do all kinds of great stuff.
Exactly. So think about your interior, all that door panels made out of plastic. Kids, guys, work boots, they're using their foot to hold that door open.
Right.
You get a bunch of scuff marks in there, and then all that dirt, salt that builds up over time. You can clean Spray 9, use it. Think about the kids using their shoes, kicking the back of the seat
Right.
with their shoes, and the kids just, all the stuff they get behind, whatever they do back there, I don't know, but it gets dirty back there.
One of the things I really like about the Spray 9 product you're being able to do all of these things,
Right.
but you only need one product. So you're not like reaching for all different kinds of bottles to do that same job.
Yeah, let me show you something in the back here.
All right.
I want to show you this camper actually, and how the Spray 9 is so versatile as a whole. So this is a propane cover from this camper, and you can see actually the mold and mildew buildup over time, right? That green that's mold, and you need a disinfectant to clean that mold. So, we can spray it on there, and you'll see the Spray 9 will clean that mold and that grime that we talk about.
Right.
No problem. And then on the trailer itself, you got bug splatter, you get yellowing that happens over time.
Sure.
Spray 9, again, great. And this could be on the back of a pickup truck, on your camper, or the bumper of your pickup truck.
Yeah, your race trailer or whatever you have, because
Exactly.
this is really taking a lot of beating going down the road. Look at that.
Just check that out. And that's how versatile this is. So cleans, degreases, and disinfects all in one. Camper, ATV, even on a boat.
Oh yeah, because don't you guys have a marine line as well?
We do. So we have Marine Spray 9 as well. Great for yellowing, stains, bacteria, mold, those crevices on your boat as well.
Give me an idea where we can find this product, Donnie.
You can get it at Walmart, you can get it at Pep Boys, Home Depot, a lot of the major retailers.
And that's just a few of the places that you can find the product. Check out their website for more locations at spray9.com. We'll have more of Performance TV right after this.
Performance TV coming to you from Borla Commerce Park.
Welcome back to Performance TV. I know I've been thinking about getting back out on my bike, doing some cool stuff to it. And just when I think I might have thought of everything I could do to my bike, I find something new. And that's where we have Justin with us from Old Gym Custom. Justin, what is a head plate?
I'd love to tell you. Yeah, head plates are a brand new product, and we make them in our factory in Evansville, Indiana, from start to finish. And it's a unique way to actually customize the cylinder head of the bike. And it's a patented product. We've made them in chrome for a few years, and just about the past 2.5 years or so, we started engraving them with any custom design that you want.
Where did the idea come from?
It was actually born out of the show bike that Jim Burns. There is a guy named Jim, and he's old, and he's okay with us saying that he's old.
That's
the names in the package. But yeah, he had a show bike that he wanted to do something with the cylinder heads with. He took billet aluminum and he made it into the same shape as the cylinder head.
Sure.
And then he had it chromed. And so he put it on his bike. It ended up winning a bunch of shows, and he took it everywhere. And enough people said, hey, you kind of got a good idea there. And so ended up getting a patent for it, and we've been doing them ever since.
You know, I noticed there are so many different designs to choose from, but we can really get into the customization and sending you ideas to be able to put on our head plate.
Absolutely. It's essentially a tattoo for your bike. So it's a situation where we have 140 something different designs on our website on oldgymcustoms.com, but that's mainly a good reference point too. 9 out of 10 of what we do is people getting ideas from that and sending us their own custom ideas.
Okay.
And all they need to do is just email us a design, Facebook message, whatever, and we'll get it, we'll mock it up for them, make it the way that they want it to, we'll send them a proof. Once they say, yep, that's exactly what I got in mind, or no, change this around, whatever.
Sure.
Once they say go, then we engrave it up and ship it out to them.
You know, I noticed a lot of these are matching sets, but what if I wanted something a little different on each head plate?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's half and half. We found it to be totally half and half. A lot of guys, you know, riders want one thing and that's it. They want the same on both cylinder heads. We offer that. We also offer the fact that there are 2 in a set. So you can get one design on one plate, a totally different design on another plate, and it's all the same to us. We just call a set a set.
How long does it normally take for you guys to turn that around and get it back to the customer?
Yeah, in the world of custom and Harley and made in America, which usually they don't go together for that price point too, but we usually try to turn things around either the next day or the next day.
Oh.
So usually within a week, people are getting exactly what they
Boy,
were hoping that they were going to get.
Super quick. Are they going to come packaged like this?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, we don't skip on anything. It's what you see is exactly how they'll arrive, and it's just easy peel and stick. That's the best part about it. Yeah.
Well, I notice it says no tools.
None.
But there are holes here on the end of each one.
Yeah, yeah.
Where would
and
that go?
That is probably the #1 question we get. but yeah, the holes are just for us to hang them and powder coat them or to have them chrome dipped. That's it. They disappear whenever they go up underneath the fence.
Well, I tell you what, Justin, why don't you show me how we put a set of head plates on?
I would love to if we have time.
Yes, we have time.
Okay, excellent.
You know, I can't get over how cool that is.
These are really just one of the most unique custom pieces that you can get for your Harley. The chrome looks great, totally changes the engine.
Sure.
But at the same time, these simple peel and stick, they fit the new Milwaukee 8, the big twin like this here, and
Sure.
we've got the Evolution and the Sportster as well.
Well, we want to make sure that we've already cleaned this off with like some brake clean, so you want to make sure that that's clean. The bike's warmed up just a little bit. Go ahead and stick that on.
And it's just a matter of getting it lined up with the fins and pressing down, and you've got your own custom set of head plates.
I tell you what, well, you go ahead and slide that other one on and get it stuck down. You want to find out how you can get your own customized set, plus they have lots of designs already ready to go. You can go to their website at oldgymcustoms.com. We'll have more Performance TV right after this. Wow, it really changes the look.
Performance TV is being brought to you by Exalta Coating Systems. We paint winners. Precision Turbo, the world's foremost manufacturer of high-performance aftermarket turbochargers. Borla, the world's most winning exhaust. And by Dustless Blasting, it's the future of surface preparation.
And this week's Clamp Tight Close-Up, we're going to find out just how versatile this Clamp Tight tool is under the hood, Kevin. And we've seen a lot of stuff that you've done on the table and with some of our bigger pieces, but sometimes you don't have a whole lot of area to work in.
Absolutely. So we have actually got a clamp that failed for us, so we're going to actually put a new hose clamp on it using a Clamp Tight tool, using a Clamp Tight wire, much better seal. So we're going to run it through, and also since we're tight on space, you can actually bring it out to an area where you have more room, so that you can actually work on making your clamp.
And
then feed it over where you need to in that tighter area.
Now we're reusing this hose. It's got quite an indentation in it. Is that going to cause us any issues?
No, I'm going to slide it right back over top of where the old clamp was.
And we'll still be able to get our 360-degree clamping.
Absolutely, which is the important part, right?
Awesome, yes.
So we're going to stick our nose in, run it over our pins, twist those together. So we're getting nice and tight on the project now, as you can see.
Right.
It takes a little bit of a long time because of the
Yeah,
being
because it's a
hose.
smaller hose, sure. But you'll still be able to see when it starts to get into that indentation and know that you're just about ready to flip it over.
Absolutely. Now we're going to flip it up, back the tool off, and cut those off about 1/4 inch.
Makes it all nice and smooth. Gotta have a great seal.
Press those down, and that's our clamp.
And there you go, and don't have to worry about the breaking clamps like we have from the manufacturer. Remember, lifetime warranty, made in the USA, and you can find out more about the full line of Clamp Tight tools on their website at clamptighttools.com. This week's Gen Y Hitch towing tip, we're going to be talking about our precious cargo, Carl, and how this type of a hitch can really help kind of ease it down the road a little better.
What this hitch does is it really protects your cargo in your trailer. A lot of you haul race cars, you know, whatever it may be.
Sure.
It keeps them from bouncing around and, you know, hitting bumps on the road and whatever.
Because this is a torsion hitch, which actually has rubber both in the top and the bottom.
There's rubber here, and there's also rubber here. So every direction you pull or push this, you're on rubber. So you're taking out about 90% of your inertia between trailer to truck.
Sure, because not every trailer has a nice air ride back there or whatever else. And depending on not only what the axles are doing, but you're taking an area up here instead of having a hard mount, so to speak, where everything's traveling together, kind of letting it just glide along.
You hit a bridge or a bump on the highway, you just kind of glide over it, and it'll just keep right on going. You won't even feel the trailer on your truck. It's that effect.
That can make you go a lot more hours down the road.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, because you got everything tied down back there, but still some stuff. You've got precious cargo that you want to protect going down the road. And this always also would work out well, you know, for your camping and that type of thing too. And available in all of the different adjustable sizes. Find out more about what Gen Y Hitch has to offer you by going to their website at genyhitch.com. Well, that's all we have time for this week. Hey, if you have a product that you would like to have featured on television, just contact Jeff at masterstv.com, and we'll have so much more again next week on Performance TV.